Welcome to this week's session with Putnam County District Library. This week we are going to take a look at two different public sites where you can get some free images if you're creating and need to add images for some reason. It's always good and best if you are using images that are free and open source to be using. So we're going to be actually looking at two different sites, and the first site is much more of the photography type of nature. This is called unsplash.com. You can log in, you can create an account, and what I want you to notice is you have different actual photographs that you can search for in terms of different what you're going to find in terms of categories. And this start page that you're on will always just have some that varies and pops up different all the time of what you're going to see. I'm just going to select the category sports, for example, right now. And what I want you to notice is it always does list, these are one of the top contributors. So they have uploaded their photographs. And you can do the same if you were and wanted to create an account. But what I wanted you to notice when you're going to get these images is there's a difference. This one with the volleyball, it's a download. So if you were to click on this, you do have to subscribe to get this particular photo. However, anything that has the arrow pointing down just simply means it's a download. So along with having whoever uploaded the picture's information, you have the download here beside it. Notice when I scrolled over it there for a minute and I kept my mouse there, I got more images this Logan has uploaded. If I click here on the down arrow, it's taking my image and taking it and downloading it to my computer for me. It's also giving me the information here and telling me who it is to be able to give them any type of credit for the photo that is obviously their property. They're not asking for the payment, they're just asking for credit. So I can also send a link, or I could do an email, probably most likely. There are the options here for social media as well, where you can upload and put the images. The only other thing that I wanted to make note of on this particular page, I'm going to close this up here. Notice we've got the picture there. The other thing that I wanted to make note of is if you have an account, you can so you can put the little heart here, you can like that. Now notice I don't have an account, so it's not going to go anywhere at this point. And I can do the same thing of adding this image to my collection. So if I were to create an account and log in, I would have those options. And then the second site that we're going to take a look at is very different. It's much more artistic, and this is the public domain review. I did specifically go to images. So if you look at the web address, it's publicdomainreview.org, but it's /collections/images. And from here then I have my images. I also have other things, a lot more here, but we're just speaking of images today. You can also have the ability to look at books and films and audio, but I do and can filter my images. So I have the images that just naturally pop up here, and they do change. But I also can look here, I can do it by different centuries, I can do it by style, and I can do this by theme as well. So I'm just going to go back here to style, for example. I'm going to go to painting and drawing, and I have these different images that have popped up. So I can then just choose what I might want to look, what image I might want something, what I'm looking for, I guess. And if I were to click here, let's just click on this one with the landscape, the science, and medicine. This is where that image has come from. But when I click on that, then here comes the entire big image, and it's giving me all the information as well. So there's more than just that particular image. But what I want to make note of here, and what I want you to notice is if I click on this and I right click or option click, and I say I want to save this image as, what you are going to see is now I have this image and I can download and save that. The one thing that I do want to make note of is that many of these images will save in what is called AVIF format. Again, that's AVIF. And what that is that's just an open source and royalty-free format that compresses files down. And if that happens, you can always then use something referred to as Cloud Convert. And at Cloud Convert, this will allow you to take an AVIF file and you can then convert that over to a JPEG file, which is usually a little bit easier and what I want to say, more transparent across different platforms to use. I'm going to go back one more time here. I'm just going to try and pick a different and see if I can by chance find one. If I find an image here, let's try this with, and let's try and save this image as. And if I save this image as, I'm going to scroll out here and look and see what the format. It's got this super long. Yeah, it did not save it as AVF. You'll just have to take my word for it that many of these do save as AVIF format. And if that's the case and you need to convert it, a great tool to use is this Cloud Convert. So this week we took a look at Unsplash, and we took a look at Public Domain Reviews site. Totally different types of pictures and images that you might want to use somewhere as you are working on your computer. Hope everyone has a fantastic week.